Hello everyone and welcome back to Accent on Gamers. This is Senkai and today I'm gonna show you the games I picked up in May. It's been a while, both me and Mario have been pretty busy lately, but obviously I picked up more games for my collection, so let's not waste any more time and delve right into the pile of games here. The first game I picked up in May was Suikoden 1, or Gensou Suikoden, which is called because this is the Japanese version. I picked up the Japanese version of Suikoden 2 back in the day, because I was about to buy it on PSN, I thought, because I really thought the game was gonna be released on PSN. And so I bought the Japanese copy of Suikoden 2 because I really wanted a physical copy of the game. Sadly, the game was never released on PSN, and there was rumors now, last month, that the game would be released on PSN. And so I thought, hey, why not pick up the first Suikoden game so I can have both of them in my collection now, when I buy them on PSN and play them. Unfortunately, it was only a rumor and it wasn't true, so Suikoden 2 is still not on PSN yet, but I started playing Suikoden 1 and I love this game, so we'll see what I do once I finish this game, if I buy an American copy of Suikoden 2 or if I download it or whatever, but this game is really cool. It amazes me how little I've played of this series, to be honest. When I was younger, my friend played Suikoden 4, and I played Suikoden 3 and 5, but we never finished those games, or were even close to, so I like what I played of this series so far, but what I played of this game particularly so far feels amazing, and it doesn't remind me too much of the games on the PlayStation 2. I like this a lot more. I prefer the 32-bit RPGs sometimes, and it might have been because it was quite a while since I played one. So, Suikoden 1. The next game is a Sega Dreamcast game, and that's Legacy of Kain: Soul Reaver. This game I won an auction in Sweden actually, and once I paid for this game, the seller said, "Hey, do you have a YouTube channel called Accent on Gamers?" And I said, "Okay, of course I do," because my email has Senkai in it, so that's why I asked. And yeah, it was actually Mr. RPG Crazy, who's also from Sweden, who sold this game to me, so that was really fun. Soul Reaver is a game I played as a child. I never came too far in it, but I played it both on PC and on PlayStation, and I never owned the game, really. On PC I played the demo, and on PlayStation I played it at my friend's house, so it's fun to actually have this game now, and have it on the Dreamcast is even better. Another game for the Sega Dreamcast that I picked up is Jet Set Radio. I was actually gonna buy a RGB SCART cable for my Dreamcast, and the seller had this game as well. It was sealed, to be honest. Of course I opened it up because I really want to play this game. He sold it for about €7, which seems very cheap for a sealed game, but I guess it has to do with this game being in HD now on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, but personally I really want to play this game on Dreamcast. I prefer to play games that I haven't played before on the original system first, and then play the remakes or whatever afterwards. It depends, but this game I really want to play on the Dreamcast, so it's nice to have this one. Another PlayStation 1 import I picked up actually was Tales of Destiny. I've had this game for, can't remember, so many years, almost 10 years now, but my copy has always been in a pretty bad condition, and this right here, it looks new to me, looks brand new, definitely. It also is in this plastic bag here, so it's gonna keep having this great condition for a long time. I opened it up and looked like the PlayStation 1 case looks super shiny and new in every way. The disc is mint, the manual, it looks fantastic, and also this game comes with art cards, and those were in the best of condition as well. Tales of Destiny is a pretty good game as well. It's not my favorite Tales game, but it sure is very nostalgic for me, and I like this game a lot, and it had a remake on the PlayStation 2 as well, but if you're gonna play it in English, this is the version to go for on the PlayStation 1. So, highly recommended game, Tales of Destiny. And then on to the PlayStation 3. A game I picked up which I know next to nothing about is White Knight Chronicles. And this right here is White Knight Chronicles 2, which includes the first game. Also the international version of the first game, I think, because I really wanted to play the first White Knight Chronicles because a YouTuber I follow, which I like a lot, Ballinnick, he says great things about this game, and also this is made by Level 5, so I've always been curious about it. So the next game is Demon's Souls Black Phantom Edition. I was very lucky to get this one because yeah, my friend actually traded this with me for my regular Demon's Souls. He really didn't care for collector's editions anymore and just needed space, I guess. So he took my copy and I got this one, and that was really nice of him. It's not in the best of condition, but I still think it looks pretty nice. It comes with the art book and the soundtrack, and the one thing I like the most in this series is the art. So I've looked through the art book and it's some really amazing stuff right there. I'm actually playing through this game right now. I pick it up from time to time, and I haven't really had a long session with this game yet. I only played it for an hour here and there, but it's a fun game, and we'll see if I ever pick up Dark Souls. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with Demon's Souls, and I really see what fans of this series like in the game, but I also understand why people don't like it. It's very odd, but I enjoy it. And then I got a package yesterday actually, but I wanted to include it in my pickups of May, because I bought the games in May and paid for them, and I've really been waiting for them to arrive. So the first game out of 2 games that came in that package was Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection for the PlayStation 3. And this is the greatest hits version, and that's the version I've been wanting to pick up for such a long time. I've been avoiding the normal version of this because I think the Genesis logo, the classic Sonic and everything matches so well with the red package here. It reminds me of the old Genesis game, and I just think it looks really cool. I also don't have any greatest hits games in my collection, from the US anyway, which have these red cases, so I wanted to have at least one of these games, and yeah, why not go with it where the red fits so well. So amazing stuff. The game though is a really nice game, and I highly recommend it for anybody out there. It has Sonic 1, 2, 3 and Knuckles, and also all the 4 Phantasy Star games, Streets of Rage games, Golden Axe games. So many great classics on here, and it's very cheap as well, so I mean, if you don't have this game, go for it. I played through Sonic 3 and Knuckles earlier this year on my Sonic Mega Collection on the GameCube. It's always nice to have the game on a compilation disc with more Sega classics, so I don't have to hook up my Sonic Mega Collection whenever I want to play Sonic. I can just use this disc for all the Sega classics, so that's really nice. The other game that came in the package was Drakengard 3, and like I said for the red case here, I also wanted to pick up one of these blue cases, because new PlayStation 3 games in the US have these blue casing here, and we don't have that in Europe. So also another reason is this game was only released digitally in Europe, so I really want to pick this game up. And I played it yesterday, and this game amazes me. I started playing it and didn't expect too much, because first the reviews are horrible, and also I really didn't enjoy the first Drakengard game. It was very hard for me to understand or enjoy at all, but this is the exact opposite of that. I enjoy everything about this game so far. Like, the graphics is fantastic for the PlayStation 3. The frame rate is a bit low, but I mean, come on. I haven't bought a PlayStation 4 yet, and there's still great games like this coming out for the PlayStation 3, and if games are gonna look this good, of course they can have a bad frame rate. I don't care, really. But the controls and the music and everything feels so good, and the story is really hilarious so far. It mixes a very serious tone with some really fun elements, so I can't wait to play more of this game. Drakengard 3, amazing. I highly recommend you pick it up. So I also picked up some Wii and Wii U games, and the first Wii game is Metroid Prime Trilogy. And this is a very expensive and rare game, and that's why I haven't picked it up yet. I got this very cheap, and that's perfect for me, because I'm really not interested in rare games, to be honest. I play my games, and this right here is a game I've been wanting to pick up for such a long time, because I really wanted to play Metroid Prime 1 and 2 with the motion controls in widescreen, and also the PAL copy of this game fixed the HUD. The HUD in the American copy was stretched, so like the buttons and all the health bar and everything, so I guess this is the superior version, but it's nice to have. I just want to play it, as I said, and Metroid Prime 1 so far runs amazing with the motion controls, and playing it on the Wii U gamepad, just to have the native resolution show as good as well, while not stretching it too much, is awesome. So, as I said, unfortunately this game is very expensive, but if you came across it, pick it up, because 3 games on 1 disc is awesome, and all 3 Metroid Prime games are amazing, so yeah, super highly recommended game right here. The next game was Okami, and this is a game I haven't played yet. I only played it for like an hour or so, but that doesn't count. This game is supposed to be like 40 hours long, and I've been wanting to beat this game for a really long time, and yeah, it's always been hard for me to decide if I want to play it on PS2 or the Wii, but my friend was calling me, and he found this game sealed for a good price. It was 10 euros, and he asked if I had this game, and I actually never had this game on the Wii. I only had it on PlayStation 2, so sure, I picked it up, and my friend Daniel has a new YouTube channel. He only reviewed Wind Waker HD, so that's his only video so far, but he's about to review Okami too, and this is one of his favorite games, and I told him so many times that I'm gonna play this game because he really wants me to. So now that I have it on the Wii, I think I'm gonna play it the same way as I did with Metroid Prime, where I played on my Wii U gamepad using the motion controls. Such a great way to play old Wii games, actually. I have a lot to say about this game, even though I haven't played it for too much. I'm a really huge fan of the guy who made this game and a lot of my other favorite games, Kamiya, on Platinum Games. And so much inspires me in this game, so whenever I finish it I might do a impression video or something on this, so look forward to that. So on to the Wii U games, and the first one up is New Super Mario Bros. U, or actually I should say New Super Luigi U, because that's the pickup right here, this game. This particular version comes with both Mario and Luigi, and I had Mario since before, and that's actually how I got this game. My friend was gonna sell his copy, or this copy rather, and the buyer actually didn't care for Super Luigi U, he just wanted the Mario U, so my friend called me and asked me if I had Luigi U on my Wii U digitally, and I haven't bought that game yet, so yeah, we just traded copies, and now I have Luigi U as well. I haven't popped this in yet because while I think the New Super Mario Bros. Series is fun, this is gonna wait for a while. It's just nice to have this, so whenever I want to play it, I can do so, and don't have to spend money on digital stuff. I really don't buy a lot of DLC and downloadable games, because that's just how I roll. I want my physical games, and yeah, I like the physical copy of New Super Luigi U with the green case, but this is just as good, so I'm happy to have this. And the other Wii U game is Mario Kart 8, obviously. Everyone picked up this game. We were 12 people playing this game online with another gaming podcast, Dustin Kreis, Steven the Laggy Gamer, and Chance's podcast. A lot of their friends, and my friends from now as well, with great YouTube channels, played with each other, and we were people from all around the world, and to see this game play lag-free, I mean, there was no lag at all, and it plays in 60 FPS all the time, with so many people from around the world. It was amazing. I never had a online experience like this from a technical standpoint. Just mind-blowing. You already know, you heard from everyone else that the battle mode is pretty disappointing, but everything else is really nice here. It's Mario Kart, you know what to expect, but if you liked it before, you're gonna like it even more here, because everything is improved. Like, everything you liked from Mario before is even better in here, so if you have a Wii U, pick this up. And if you don't have a Wii U, you might... I don't know how many are that big fans of Mario Kart that I would pick up a console for it, but there are so many games for the Wii U now. My collection is actually at 17 or 18 games for the Wii U now, and those are games that I really enjoy, so if that isn't enough for you, I don't know when you'll pick up Wii U. Maybe for Smash Brothers, but this is a great game right here, and I highly recommend it. And then I kind of started a new tradition, or whatever you want to call it. May the 4th is some kind of Star Wars day. I guess it's a pun on May the Force be with you, but yeah, so 4th of May last month, I picked up Star Wars Force Unleashed 2 for the PC. I wanted it on the Xbox 360, but yeah, it was double the price on 360 used, and this was new, so I figured I can play this game with the 360 controller, so why even bother, right? So yeah, I figured out that every May 4th I'm gonna pick up a Star Wars game, because there are a lot of Star Wars games that I don't have that I'm really interested in, but I don't seem to pick them up very often, so at least I have a date now where I pick up a Star Wars game, and I loved the first Force Unleashed game, and I wanted to pick up this for such a long time, but never really did, so May the 4th really reminded me to pick this game up, so that was awesome. And then one of my favorite fighting games of all time, which is Naruto Gekito Ninja Taisen 4. This game is... I can't explain for you how good it is, you have to try it for yourself, but you don't have to play this game for a long time to realize how well balanced this is, because it's the system that makes this game. The balance when it comes to characters and stuff isn't really what makes it so balanced, it's the system itself. There are a lot of techniques that every character can use, so I guess it's a really nice fighting game anyway. 4 particular was a game that I played in tournaments and everything back in the day, and I never owned this for myself. I borrowed this game, and when I borrowed it, it looked like this. So this is how I remember the game. Japanese GameCube games are so funny because the other casing and the manual looks different. So what you see here is the manual inside this clear case. So they have, what can I say, 2 covers, or I don't know, but amazing fighting game right here. And you probably need a freeloader or anything to get this running if you don't have a modded GameCube or Wii. But if you ever get the chance to play this, or I think the localized versions are called Clash of Ninja. Fantastic games anyway, so yeah, awesome to have this in the complete case right here, which I've never seen before, so that was awesome. And the last pickup is a very weird one. I beat Final Fantasy V last month, and I still want to do a video on that game because it was amazing. I highly recommend Final Fantasy V for the Game Boy Advance, but I wanted to buy the game because I played it patched, because people recommended me playing it patched, but I realized how much I liked the original soundtrack more, because the patched ROM has the soundtrack from the Super Nintendo game, and while the Game Boy Advance game has a new soundtrack, and I actually prefer the new soundtrack, so I really wanted to buy a copy of Final Fantasy V for the Game Boy Advance. And I found a auction with all the Final Fantasy games for Game Boy Advance. We have Tactics, Dawn of Souls 1 and 2, 4, 5 and 6. Like, it was so cheap that I kinda knew these were counterfeits or like fake games, but I thought, hey, let's do a gamble. So they arrived, and they worked perfectly. You can save and everything on them, and the labels look really good. The original Nintendo seal of quality also is foiled. It's in gold and not like brown or anything, so but they are fake, I know that. So I'm really happy to have this, because as long as I can play them, I'm happy. But I contacted him and said like, hey, these are fake, you should have told me before. So I got all the money back. So I got all the Final Fantasy games for Game Boy Advance for free. So that's awesome for me. And I started playing 6, and it's so good on the Game Boy Advance. And as I said before, Final Fantasy V was amazing on Game Boy Advance, so if you can pick it up, do so. It's awesome. So I guess that's it for the pickups this time. I also want to mention that my friend picked up a modded Japanese Saturn. Sega Saturn console which plays any games, like burn games, import games and everything. He brought it over here the day he bought it, and so I could try out my copy of Grandia for Sega Saturn, and oh, it plays so nice in 60 Hz, which PAL Saturns, even though they are region free, don't play in 60 Hz, so it was awesome to play Grandia on Sega Saturn the real way. And also, it came with some burned games, so we played Nocturne in the Moonlight, Symphony Night, for Castlevania fans. Amazing game, and it worked pretty well on the Sega Saturn. Shenryu and a lot of other shmups for the system, but also Dragon Force. It was a pretty interesting game. But yeah, what I want to say is that from now I'm gonna pick up some more Saturn games. And even though I don't have a Saturn for myself yet, I can play them from now on, so that's awesome. Saturn games that I want to pick up is... there are a few games like the Lunar games and Snatcher, and also Policenauts, which I haven't played yet, so looking forward to that. But yeah, let's wrap this up. And so that's my games for May. Quite a lot of games that I wanted to pick up for such a long time, and a lot of great games that I'm looking forward to play. Dragon Guard 3 specifically is the game I'm gonna play today, so I'm looking forward to play that game a lot, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, my pickups. Share your thoughts, please leave a comment below, and until next time, get gaming.